going, guys? This is Dan Wynn.
Mike Glaspie.
And welcome to the Military CashFlow. All right, today we got a great episode. Today is, I just want to give a round of applause to my buddy Mike Glaspie, our host over here. He is just officially ETS'd out of the Army, and now he gets to start his journey with what he's passionate about, what he's extremely passionate about. And literally, he just got out a couple weeks ago, and we want to, while it's still fresh, kind of capture some of that feeling and then what he's about to do from here. So please, Mike, take it away.
Man, 11 years in the military, guys. 11 years. 2 weeks ago, I picked up my DD-214 and it was official. It was done. Honestly, for those who know me, I was still working full-time doing real estate while I was active duty. So there wasn't really a gap in that aspect. I mean, I was still working, still woke up the next day, grinding, right? But the sense of it's a little bit of relief. You get that freedom. I don't get concerned if somebody in my chain of command texts or calls like, I got to do something. It's like it's more relaxed. And just knowing that I now can travel without putting in a leave form. What I mean?
The simple things in life.
Like, I'm a grown man. I can travel now without a leave form. And little things like that. It was just super, super refreshing. Yeah.
Dude, I'm so happy for you, man. I'm really, really happy for you. And I'm just really excited. I feel like I just got out, you know what I mean? Like, so talk us through it's 2 weeks. What did you do the first 2 weeks? You're in the first 2 weeks right now. And what have you been doing?
Honestly, it's been the same grind for me for the real estate thing, right? So, I mean, for those who know, I own and operate a small company out here, a small real estate team with Shelby Osborne, Five Pillars Realty Group.
Fantastic real estate company. Go ahead.
We're getting it. Yeah, man. We cater to investors. So every day is a new hustle. Every day is a new grind. And Daniel Kidd, who's on our podcast as well, he's been working really hard for this courthouse system, right? So now what he's doing is he's generating all these leads that are off market, which has been keeping us really, really, really busy with some of our clientele as well. So, I mean, we're just constantly grinding, but in aspects of like the military life or the military-esque-ness of it all, for the past 2 weeks, I have not been waking up to go do PT. I haven't. Probably I should, but I haven't done that, man. I've just been really kind of taking my time and just enjoying it day by day.
That's crazy, man. That's just so dope. So just really quick rewind for those who maybe this is their first time listening to the show. Can you give us a little background about what you were doing before? And then I'd love to for you to break down kind of what your day-to-day schedule was like. How are you able to manage both? Because I mean, you were doing a lot while you were still active. So I'd love to encourage and inspire the others out there to show that, hey, this is possible. So please.
Yeah. So it was 11 years to the date. So January 2009, I was an 88 Mike, which is a truck driver for those who are not familiar with the Army vernacular, right? Shortly after that, something around 1.5 years, 2 years in, I kind of reclassed to Infantry 11 Bravo, and then I went out to Special Forces Assessment and Selection. Made it through the Q course, and I've been at 3rd Special Forces Group as a weapons sergeant at 18 Bravo ever since then, for the past 8 years. So day-to-day life and that aspect, I mean, we would deploy every 6 months or so, and then for the 6 months that we were back home, we'd be doing some sort of training, some sort of exercise, something where we were typically away from our family and friends. So it was always high volume, high intensity, high demand. As time kind of went on throughout my career, I did many different tours and many different assignments, if you will. And then towards the last little stretch of my career, I was actually an instructor out at Small Unit Tactics, which is our version of Ranger School, right? So we were doing that for the past year and some change. Now, while I was doing that, it was first off, anybody in the military, you have a volatile schedule. There's no 9 to 5. Right? You're going to work when you need to work. Typically with ours as well, I mean, we may be here one day, gone next week in a whole nother state, country, whatever. So owning and operating my own business was very difficult. And I started off as an investor before I was ever an agent. And so I'm trying to get really creative with doing all these things ultimately what I found out is that you just have to be disciplined with how you schedule and how you coordinate things. So a good buddy of mine, Ruben Garcia, he was also on this podcast. He told me a nice little nugget. He said, if it's not on the calendar, then it does not exist. And so I would quite literally, while I'm at work, great, I'm at work. But any other time that I had, I would make sure that I blocked it off. Hey, this hour's for lead gen. Hey, this hour I'm going to work with the property manager. This hour I'm going to interview, so forth and so on. A long story short, full active duty career just ended 2 weeks ago. And since then, I have over 40 rental units, helped Shelby start the small company. And we've been rocking and rolling ever since. We did a little over, what was it? 19 million in transactions last year.
Dude, and didn't you just get an award for like for getting the most transactions a quarter or something like that? You're like top.
Oh, but yeah, for the month. So we started off this month in January. I was ranked number 4, or actually number 3 in my entire MLS for the number of for the volume that I closed, which was a little over 3 million.
Dude, that's dope, man. That's dope. All it took was 2 weeks, huh?
That's all I needed. 2 weeks.
Yeah, man. Dude, that's awesome. It's just got to be a great feeling. I really, really am super, super excited for you, and I'm glad to see what's going to happen next, man. All the growth, and just I love the fact what I love the most is that you were able to not only work in a very, very strenuous environment. Obviously, SF world is pretty tough, and then you were doing the instructor job as well. But in order to grow a company on the side, right, and kind of set yourself up for success, so you knew you were going to transition at some point. You're growing the company. You're not lacking on your job at all, but you're still growing something for yourself when you actually get out. And now you can pursue that full time. There's no lag time. I mean, you've already got the system set up. You've already got, the network established. You've already built the partnerships. I mean, that's just amazing, man. I really think, or what I really hope for is that people listening is that you're kind of doing the same thing. If that's what your passion is, if that's what your dream is, to start doing something, don't wait to get out of the military to do it. You can do a lot of these things while you're still in, as long as you set up the correct systems and just like Mike said, you're sticking to your timeline. So I'm wrapping up a course. It's called the Military CashFlow course, and it's showing other military investors how to buy, renovate, and manage and maintain a profitable investment while still being active duty or retired, basically maximizing your VA entitlements. And in that course, the very first thing that I talk about is time management. That is the key to this whole entire thing, is time management. Like we know, we have a somewhat unpredictable job, but that little bit of predictability that we do have, that should be maximized to the fullest extent. And that's how I think we get ahead. I hear so many people, or when I talk about what I do and what you do, what we do, right? Most people are just baffled at, like, how can you do that and still be military and still, have a great career and still be, excelling at your job? How, that doesn't make any sense. But while they get off and they watch football and they're drinking beer and they're, going out on the weekends partying or relaxing, I need to get off and I just need to sit down and relax a little bit. While they're doing that, guess what me and you are doing? We're on podcasts. What people don't see is, dude, we're waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning doing interviews for you guys so that we can share these experiences with you guys. Like we literally, we go to PT, at 6 o'clock. We got to leave at like 6 o'clock, but we're conducting interviews at 5 o'clock in the morning, which means we got to be up at like 4:45. This is like, how many? I know I've done at least 4 or 5, probably more than that, 5 o'clock interviews. Sometimes we wake up at like 5 o'clock just to record. Then we get off and we're working until like 10 o'clock, man. This is a freaking dogfight, dude. Like we're doing all this for legacy, man, for last name and to basically to improve our lifestyles. Right. I mean, I don't know. I'm just really, really hyped up about it, man. Really
my favorite little saying is like, your 9 to 5 will pay your bills. but your 7 to 10 will create your legacy, will create the lifestyle that you want. So you're exactly right, man. There is no, yeah, you can choose to have downtime if you'd like. And by all means, that's your choice. That is your decision. But if there's ever anything out there that you're fighting for, anything out there that you desire for yourself, for your children, for your family, for your future, for whatever, you have nobody to depend on but yourself. You have to be able to put in that work. And you're exactly right. Just after work, before work, in between work, on lunch breaks, I was making calls, you know, hey, I can't do a showing right now, but hey, I'm, you know, all that stuff, man. So yeah.
Taking leave.
Yeah, taking leave to go to work. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, that's how we met, man. I took leave to go to the 10X Growth Conference down in Miami, dude. Yes. Like, I didn't have that time off, man. I had to take the leave, go down and
leave form to travel as a girl.
Yeah, man. Yep. And it was just like that one thing has propelled. Like, if I go to freaking seminars, go to coaching programs, freaking go to these networking events, man. You meet great people. Like this whole partnership, myself, Mike, and Shelby, literally pretty much all the 5 Pillars team we've had on the show. But what you guys don't see is outside of this, I've asked them, or I have had you guys look over deals. I've had you guys help with my other friends. I mean, it's just a very, very powerful network. And that never would have happened had, you know, not taken the leave and went down and met up face to face with you guys, you know, start talking to people. So, yeah.
No, the funny thing is all the 3 million that I closed just in January alone, guess where I met the connect who introduced me to a buyer? At a conference. It was at FinCon. I met a gentleman, a great guy. He started a company. He was a medical professional. He started a company to help other medical professionals understand how to reduce their taxes through real estate. And all he does is set them up with real estate agents in good rental markets. Obviously, we met, we talked. He sent me 3 leads, all of them closed in January. Transactions, like, but all from a conference. You're exactly right, man. You have to rub elbows. You have to meet people. You have to talk to people. You have to.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything to say. It's pretty much a short video. I just wanted to share, you know, what we got going on, especially highlight and applaud you for your transition. Give you that round of applause. You know, you got out, and now you're able to you're pursuing what you really want to do in life, and you're setting yourself up, building financial freedom, building cash flow. And I just think it's super, super important, especially, you know, coming on the show and being a part of this show, Military CashFlow, and helping other veterans build wealth and financial freedom for themselves as well. So.
Absolutely. Well, I greatly appreciate it. I'm happy, super happy, but now, you know, it's my turn to get back. So y'all pay attention, stay tuned. Cash flow, it's about to get intense.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. We got the course coming out. We got the book being done. That should be, I think, April, March, or April, May timeframe. That should be out. And the course will be out here in a week or so. So definitely pay attention, check it out. And yeah, man, reach out to us. So it's all about talking to people and networking.
Yeah.
With that said, this is Dan Wynn.
Mike Glassby.
And this is the Military CashFlow. All right. Take it easy, guys.